Now on CoastTV News.
A cold front heading for Delmarva this morning will put an end to the excessive heat for a while, and we could see a few showers and storms with that front as it comes through, then clearing and drier and more heat at times for the week ahead. Details coming up.
Second attempt at first reading, that is what is scheduled tonight in Georgetown. We have the changes to an ordinance being debated about recreational marijuana businesses.
And the liftoff Falcon 9, go SpaceX, go direct to south.
SpaceX soaring on Sunday. That was just about 6 hours ago. The latest mission blasted off had both east and west coasts in the U.S. were involved.
Ocean City morning with Wes Moore, Maryland's governor, paying a visit this Monday to the Worcester County coast.
This is CoastTV News Today.
And welcome to our 6 o'clock hour. Good morning. I'm Matt Pensick.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Paige Marley. It's Monday, June 24th, 2024.
Yeah, and even though the sun's just making its way up, it feels like it never set. Hot and humid out there.
Yeah, definitely. In the 80s already waking up this morning. So get ready, get your sunscreen, get your cold water. We're bringing First Alert meteorologist Bob Trahy now. Bob, the heat, but also like staying safe in the heat. That's been the story today.
That is the key. Yeah, you want to stay hydrated with water. Try to stay in air conditioning if you can. Now, when I came into work this morning, it was 84 around 2:45. Now we're down to about 81 or 82, so it's cooled down a couple degrees, but still very warm out there. Looks like Salisbury, you've cooled into the upper 70s, but dew point temperatures in the 70s. That's a lot of humidity and feels like temperatures still into the upper 80s. It was 90 in Georgetown last hour, but we have a west-southwest breeze and changes coming. We've got clouds building and even a few showers around Bridgeville right now, and I'm watching for the potential of more activity as we go through the morning, as there is a cold front back to our north and west, and that will start to push this excessive heat dome out of here. But as it does, we could enhance some of those showers, maybe some thunderstorms through the morning. You can see that on Futurecast at 8 a.m. Maybe some heavier rain with some storms. Let's hope we get some rain. It might not be this widespread, but this would be nice to see this coming through mid-morning, and then it starts to get out of here as we go through the later morning and then drying out nicely into the afternoon. A northwest breeze, lower humidity, and temperatures falling from the 80s into the 70s. UV index today sponsored by Ocean City. It's a 9, very high. Burn time only 10 minutes, so we're in that very high range. Really, the next several days, it's summertime. That sun is high in the sky, so you want to use that higher SPF. Find midday shade, limit time outdoors, and avoid the sun late morning into early afternoon.
All right, thanks, Bob. The heat wave being felt all across the Mid-Atlantic region. Washington, D.C. operating under a heat emergency. That, as temperatures reached 100 degrees in that area for the first time in 8 years, according to the National Weather Service. Philadelphia experienced an excessive heat warning. That area also saw poor air quality, which could only make conditions worse.
SpaceX completed 2 launches and sent more than 36 Starlink satellites into low Earth orbit Sunday. SpaceX launched a Falcon 9 rocket carrying 20 Starlink satellites, including 13 with direct-to-cell capabilities. That's from Vandenberg Space Force Station in California. That was the second mission of the day for SpaceX. It also launched 22 additional Starlink satellites to low Earth orbit Sunday afternoon from Cape Canaveral Space Force Station in Florida.
This morning, 2 men are facing charges after Denmarva police say they hurt a 7-year-old child with intellectual disabilities and his mother.
And here's what they say happened. It was Saturday around 4:30. State park officers were called to the Cape Henlopen State Park fishing pier. Officers say 22-year-old Philip Hartana of Philadelphia and 22-year-old Nicholas Edwards of Wilmington were in the water playing spike ball, and the child tried to join them. But after being told no, the child splashed Hartana. Police say that Hartana then aggressively splashed the child and then dunked him underwater for several seconds.
Yeah, witnesses say the child, who had bleeding scratches on his chest, arm, and back, left the water, told his mother. The mother confronted Hartana and began to yell at him. That's when police say Edwards shoved the mother twice. Hartana and Edwards were arrested. They were taken to Rehoboth Beach, the police department there, and both have since been released.
Happening tonight, marijuana business ordinances in Georgetown take 2. Another first reading is scheduled at the town council meeting. This one has some revisions from the one held off earlier this month. In the original ordinance, businesses could open at 7 a.m., but the one expected to be read tonight changes the times of operation. Monday through Friday businesses would be open at 9 in the morning and close at 8 at night. Saturday hours would be 10 to 5. Recreational marijuana businesses would not be open on Sundays. Georgetown is one of the few Sussex County communities that has not banned marijuana after its recreational use became law last year in Delaware.
This morning, investigators in Ocean City are working to determine what happened in a jet ski accident over the weekend. Here's what we know so far about this. According to the Ocean City Fire Department, this was around 7 p.m. on Saturday in the area of the Route 90 bridge. A woman was pulled ashore. She was in cardiac arrest. Some of the people witnessing this, assisted by administering CPR, Ocean City paramedics started other life-saving measures. A police officer was injured in these rescue efforts. Both the woman and officer were taken to an area hospital. No update on the status of either.
Happening today, Governor Wes Moore is taking a trip to the coast. According to his office, he will first speak at the Maryland Police Executives Association Top Cop Breakfast. He will then give the keynote speech at the Maryland Municipal League Summer Conference. And along with that, he'll be helping celebrate a grand opening of the ribbon cutting of the Maryland Municipal League Expo Center. All this is happening today between 8 and 10.
Some new additions when it comes to bicycling in Lewis could move forward this week. The city's Bicycle and Pedestrian Advisory Committee will review plans on where bike racks could be placed at George H.P. Smith Park. The committee is also expected to look into creating more bureaucracy. This would be in the form of a bike infrastructure subcommittee. So it's a tap for Tuesday night's meeting.
Lewis and DelDOT are nearing the final leg of their Lewis Bike Plan, and they want your thoughts. According to DelDOT, the Lewis Bike Plan is looking to create a community that encourages walking and biking for fun, running errands, or commuting. Officials also have outlined a goal of having safe and well-designed walkways and bikeways. You can see all the plans on DelDOT's website, and you can submit any comments you may have on that draft plan by Friday.
Happening tonight, Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Final. The Edmonton Oilers trail at 1 point in the series, 3 games to none. They got off the mat. Maybe they had some inspiration from Shania Twain, who's been at a couple of the games in Edmonton, because they have won the next 3 in this series. Game 7 tonight in Florida. Panthers are attempting to win the first cup in franchise history. A win by the Oilers would be the first cup for a Canadian-based team in 31 years. President Biden hunkered down while former President Donald Trump on the campaign trail ahead of this week's presidential debate. High-stakes rematch is set to offer stark contrast between the two candidates on key issues.
This includes reproductive rights, as today is the 2nd anniversary of the Supreme Court's decision to overturn Roe v. Wade. NBC's Alice Barr shows us how each candidate is expected to spar with the other.
Debate week kicks off with the two candidates preparing in very different ways to lay out their starkly different visions for America. President Biden huddling with close aides to talk strategy that includes highlighting his opponent's criminal record.
But it's not just to call Donald Trump a convicted felon. It goes to his behavior and it goes to his character.
Former President Trump spent the weekend on the campaign trail mocking his rival's approach.
He's sleeping now, because they want to get him good and strong.
Age and readiness will be central for both candidates on stage, the two oldest to square off in the earliest ever debate of the general election season, letting a wider audience tune in to the candidates' takes on key issues from the economy to immigration and abortion on this 2nd anniversary of the overturning of Roe v. Wade.
Another year since Donald Trump stripped women of our constitutional freedoms, foundational to women's rights.
Protests are planned today outside the U.S. Supreme Court. Former President Trump thanking the conservative justices, including 3 he appointed, who reversed federal abortion protections, while saying he supports exceptions for rape, incest, and the life of the mother.
You have to go with your heart, but you have to also remember you have to get elected.
The countdown now on to a huge test that could be key to who gets elected in November. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
Former President Trump says he has decided who his running mate will be. While he's not making any announcements yet, he suggested that the vice presidential pick will be at the debate on Thursday. So we'll have to wait and see, Paige.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that. All right, well, we're just getting started in this hour of Coast TV News today.
Coming up, this year's Wings of Hope event was another success. We'll tell you all the features in support of the cancer community.
Also, Dewey discusses voting, a possible change in Dewey Beach that could bring more people to the polls.
And Under Armour, under fire. We'll tell you about a lawsuit with shareholders and why Under Armour says it is not an admission of guilt. All that and more as Coast TV News Today continues.
Enjoy the season, taste the flavors, support the farmers. Shop the Berlin Farmers Market. Reconnect with the cycles of nature and your community. With a wide variety of produce and provisions, discovering the taste of small town charm never felt so good. The Berlin Farmers Market, Sundays from 9 to 1.
The Olympic Games are coming. But first, the best American athletes have to make Team USA. The U.S. Olympic Team Trials on NBC and Peacock.
Welcome. What's your name?
Hold up! These guys need all night to build what they're going to build. We need everyone to go home. Judges 2.
AGT, Tuesday on NBC and Peacock.
Kickstart your summer with Gateway Subaru, where they have more in-stock Subaru inventory to choose from than other dealers have combined. Get ready for adventure with a 2024 Subaru Outback or Subaru Forester with financing as low as 0.9%. Need more space? Go big with the 2024 Subaru Ascent with financing as low as 2.9%. Electrify your journey in a new 2024 Subaru Solterra with financing as low as 0%. Gateway Subaru, just minutes from the beaches in the heart of Delmarva. Higher standards.
Oh, porches. Hello, aren't you the guy I see on TV, the porch protection guy?
Yeah, I would say.
So they're made of marine grade materials that last for years?
Yeah, I would.
And they say I could use my porch all year round?
I think so.
And they keep the dirt, pollen, and rain and wind out? And the custom made right here locally?
They are.
I got to run, but it was really nice talking to you.
Well, it was nice talking to you too.
Call or visit porchprotection.com for your free quote.
Enjoy the season, taste the flavors, support the farmers. Shop the Berlin Farmers Market. Reconnect with the cycles of nature and your community. With a wide variety of produce and provisions, discovering the taste of small town charm never felt so good. The Berlin Farmers Market, Sundays from 9 to 1.
6:12 on a very warm Monday morning and threatening skies right now in Milford Bay Health Cam. You have some showers in the vicinity there, nothing all that heavy. You had a few light showers move through Milford, now moving into Delaware Bay, and then a few showers farther south on Delmarva. But aside from that, just some light showers right now, but I am tracking a cold front back to the west, and that could enhance the showers and storms this morning. Still very warm out there, into the lower 80s for the most part. Feels like temperatures still into the upper 80s and breezy out of the southwest. So if you're headed to the golf course, watch for some storms this morning. If thunder roars, go indoors. Otherwise, the sun will come out later today and the humidity will drop and not as hot with a high of 87.
Today in Ellendale, a focus on ways to make the community safer. There will be a community meeting with a goal to determine the needs and develop a plan of action. This is happening Monday at 6 p.m. at the Mount Zion AME Church. Milton officials are expected to review plans that will build a path connecting the Heritage Creek and Cannery Village developments. You can see that area on your screen. And the Streets and Sidewalks Committee could vote on this at their meeting tonight at 6 p.m.
Under Armour has agreed to pay $434 million to settle a 2017 class action lawsuit. Shareholders accuse the sports apparel maker and the CEO, Kevin Plank, of intentionally misleading them about the company's financial health. Under Armour has consistently denied the accusations and said it entered into this agreement in principle, which is not an admission or finding of fault or wrongdoing. American Express continues to pursue dining-related services. The credit card giant said it bought the restaurant reservation service Tock for $400 million cash. The credit card company actually bought Tock's rival Resy in 2019. American Express says that dining is a growing pending category for its cardholders, and Amex customers spent $100 billion on dining just last year. Still ahead this morning, Dewey Beach is discussing voting. We're telling you how the beach community could expand rights and the mixed reaction the possibility is getting from locals.
And seeing cloudy skies in Laurel right now, 81 degrees. You could be looking at some showers and storms possible with the cold front as we get a break from the excessive heat for a couple of days, but more 90s on the way this week. No big heat waves, and that's good, and maybe some rain chances. I'll have the forecast in 2 minutes.
Come to Out in the Light, where your treasure awaits.
Nestled in the heart of America's coolest small town, Out and Delights is not just your average gift shop, but where you can go for extraordinary finds, carrying items such as nautical decor, vintage vinyl, jewelry, holiday decor year-round, souvenirs, and toys. Don't forget to add a little fun to your shopping by checking out Zoltar or our penny crushing machine. Find what delights you at Out and Delights on Main Street in Berlin, across the street from the Mermaid Museum.
Transform your bath today with Baths by Spicer Brothers.
Call now and ask about our Refresh for Less promotion and get a new bath or shower for only $69.95. Plus, get 20% off all upgrades.
Imagine stepping into a beautifully renovated bath designed by our experts and installed by our certified professionals.
This offer is hotter than a sauna and won't last forever. So don't miss out on our Refresh for Less promotion for just $69.95 with 20% off all upgrades.
Before you sign, keep Baths by Spicer Brothers in mind, because you deserve the best.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
Stanley Steamer is proud to be the leader in deep cleaning, cleaning over 1 million homes and businesses across America every year, using powerful equipment custom built by us. We'll remove the buildup of dirt, dust, allergens, grime, and contaminants seen and unseen from your home and business. America's professional deep cleaner for over 75 years. It's not clean until it's Stanley Steamer clean.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
Time is 6:17, and you are looking live near the Indian River Inlet. There's the bridge there on this Monday morning. You get a little color there in the background as the sun is making its way up, and they're fighting through some clouds there. Bob, you are continuing to track some potential rain this morning.
Yeah, and I hope we do get some rain. You know, right now, Matt, it's just some scattered showers as a cold front is headed our way. We could use a good soaking rain, and it's still up in the air if we will see that. But we are seeing some very light showers around the Milford area, northern Sussex County, Delaware Bay right now. And you look at the rest of Delmarva, we have the clouds, a few more showers moving in towards Cambridge on the eastern shore. We had a few showers earlier in Chincoteague, and right now we are seeing some showers moving into the eastern shore, but nothing all that heavy, as there is a cold front pressing down from the north and west, and that will put an end to the excessive heat. Push that out to sea. But as that front moves in, we could enhance some of those showers and storms this morning. Then behind this front, a much more refreshing air mass with high pressure building in. We'll get into a northwest flow. Humidity drops as we go through the day, and more pleasant weather will be on the way. Right now, it's lower 80s for the most part all across the area, the exception being Salisbury at 79. So the temperature has dropped a couple degrees, but it's still very mild. Dew point temperatures into the 70s, and those feels like temperatures still some places in the mid to upper 80s. So still kind of oppressive out there, but 87 today as that front comes through. It does dry it off and cool it off a little bit, and then it's back to 90 on Tuesday, and then it gets hot again by Wednesday, 94, but then a front brings showers Wednesday night. It's back to 88 Thursday and 82 on Friday. So our muggy meter kind of up and down. We will drop. We'll see those comfortable humidity levels as we go later today into Tuesday. Then they increase again as we go into the midweek period, and then drop again Thursday and Friday. So it's kind of up and down with the temperatures and humidity. Tracking the showers and storms on Futurecast, it could be moving through between about 7 and 9 a.m. Let's hope we get some heavier rain from some of these storms, and then they clear out later in the morning. By noon, we're in the upper 70s and then in the 80s, but with a northwest wind, we're going to see lower humidity and falling temperatures through the 70s this evening, and very comfortable as we go into Tuesday morning with temperatures in the low to mid 60s. And then as we go through the day, it will be a warm day tomorrow, but the humidity levels will be tolerable in the mid to upper 80s, maybe 90 degrees. And then we move into Wednesday, a milder start, and then a pretty hot day with temperatures surging into the 90s with a southerly wind. That's ahead of a cold front that will bring showers and storms Wednesday night into very early Thursday morning, and then we'll start to dry it out Thursday into Friday. Here's your Paul Davis 7 7-day forecast. 87 today. We've got the morning showers, hopefully a soaking rain for some, then the afternoon sun. And then we're looking at 90 on Tuesday with lots of sunshine. By Wednesday, 94, pretty hot and humid, and then storms roll in Wednesday night. And then we do cool it off Thursday, 88. By Friday, looking at 82 degrees. That'll be nice. And right now, the weekend looking 50-50, partly cloudy Saturday, 89, and then some storms by Sunday and 92.
Thank you so much. Dewey Beach is exploring the possibility of expanding voting rights. On Friday, commissioners talked about allowing LLCs, LLPs, and corporations to have one vote in town matters. Right now, it's anyone who owns property in town, is a resident, or has a lease of 5 years or more that can vote. Coast TV's Elisa Weber shows us how those qualifications could become more.
The future of who can and can't vote in the town of Dewey Beach is up for debate. Homeowner Jen Kennedy is against allowing LLCs, LLPs, and corporations to vote because she feels it is wrong.
You know, I'm interested in the local community, and some of the LLCs potentially aren't as invested in the local community, and so I want to make sure that as a homeowner my voice is heard and represented.
But Philip Dennis, whose home is listed as an LLC, says he does care about the town.
People who have an LLC to vote, allowing them to vote is a good idea because for me personally, I'm very invested in the area. I care about every aspect of the community and the environment. I want to make it nice for me and my family and for anyone who comes here to use my house. So it's very important to me.
According to town charter, anyone over the age of 18 is registered to vote and is a bona fide resident, property owner, or has a lease of 5 years or more can vote.
I think it's important, you know, part of the discussion I want to bring up is how do we put guardrails that, like, you can't buy 1,000 properties and you get 1,000 new voters.
Bauer says right now about 1,850 people and entities have the ability to vote. And if Dewey's charter is changed, over 200 more could cast future votes. At this time, this change is just a conversation, and commissioners will discuss the implications of this proposal.
Elisa Weber, Coast TV News.
And Commissioner Bauer told Coast TV News in the future, commissioners may vote for a possible change, or it could go to a referendum.
Up next, Wings Fly High will show you this year's Wings of Hope celebration and how the event helped the cancer support community on Delmarva. Stay with us on Coast TV News today.
The UV Index Weather Report is sponsored by Ocean City Tourism, somewhere to smile about.
It all started with a food truck and a dream of bringing excellent street food to our community. That dream became Tiki Jack's as we know it today. From mouth-watering street tacos to our signature sandwiches and street-inspired entrees, Tiki Jack's is the ultimate destination for comfort food by the shore. Whether you're dining out with family or looking for a fun night out with friends, stop by Tiki Jack's of Rehoboth Beach today for all your street eats and brews.
Attention Delmarva homeowners. HomeSmart is looking for 50 homes to participate in our first ever bath makeover event. 50 homeowners will receive test market pricing on a beautiful new walk-in shower. We want to showcase our Kohler Luxstone showers in real bathroom conditions, including Kohler's proprietary crushed stone walls that won't harbor bacteria or soap scum. That's right, homeowners will receive promotional pricing just to determine if our exquisite product lines are the right fit for your bathroom project. 50 homeowners who call now will save. Receive 50% off installation of a new Kohler Luxstone shower. Plus, call during this program for no payments until 2025. Senior and military discounts. Call HomeSmart now with zip code and location to qualify. Call 1-800-616-8289. That's 1-800-616-8289.
Feeling the summer sizzle? Is it turning your home into a sauna? At FH Fur, we know you can't wait when your AC is down for the count. That's why we're offering same-day service, guaranteed. If we don't make it to you the very same day, you will pay a diagnostic or dispatch fee, plain and simple. So whether your AC is blowing hot air, your thermostat is on the fritz, or your entire system needs replacing, an FH Fur expert technician will bring your comfort back today.
877-CALL-FUR, FHFur.com.
Beautiful butterflies took flight in Milton Memorial Park over the weekend. Their release signifies the cancer journey and is held in memory of the lives lost. This is all part of cancer support community Delaware's Wings of Hope celebration of life. Coast TV news anchor Mallory Metzner was back as the event MC. Cancer survivor Grace Buckland read a poem, and names were read to honor the lives lost to cancer, those currently battling it, as well as survivors. And local singer Sarah Fry performed as the butterflies were released.
The Brandywine Valley SPCA is launching a Shelter Skip Day program. This program encourages community members to volunteer and take a dog out on a fun outing. Pickups are Tuesday through Friday from noon to 4. The weekend hours are 11 to 2. You got to return the dog unless you want to adopt it an hour before closing time.
Power now restored to people in the Harbison area. This after an outage on Sunday. According to the Delaware Electric Cooperative, over 200 people were without power around 4 p.m. And as of 1 a.m. this morning, we know that power had been completely restored.
The prolonged heat can, of course, have dangerous health consequences, especially for older adults and children. But everyone is susceptible to heat stroke or heat exhaustion. We sat down with BB Healthcare to learn when you should get into the AC or when you need to get to the hospital.
If you have a little bit of a headache or maybe are dizzy and, you can kind of get to a cool area and hydrate, that's one thing. But certainly if you start throwing up or having any change in mental status, that would be concerning.
And this is especially important if you're planning on heading maybe to the beach later today.
First Alert meteorologist Bob Trahey joins us again. I think we would appreciate some cooler temperatures that are associated with the rain that you're tracking, but we also need this rain for the farms and plants.
Yeah, and my yard. Yeah, my yard is like extra crispy. So we do need the rain, and we are going to back off from that excessive heat as well. At the beaches, watch for some storms this morning and some showers possibly. Otherwise, sunshine and temperatures in the 80s for Ocean City and maybe a little warmer in Fenwick Island. And then for Lewis, maybe some showers and storms this morning, but by later today, lower humidity, mid-80s. And Rehoboth also mid-80s for you. On the Bayside, Cambridge, some storms today, 87, then 90 Tuesday, 94 Wednesday, and Crisfield, similar conditions, some storms today, and then you're drier tomorrow with sunshine, 88, and then 90 on Wednesday. So we'll see more bouts of heat this week, but not the extensive heat wave like we've been seeing. I'll have much more on your work week forecast coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you. Also coming up after the break, making new marijuana rules. That's what Georgetown could do tonight regarding marijuana businesses. We're telling you what the town has possibly decided.
Maryland Governor Moore taking a trip to our coast. Will tell you how he will spend this morning in Ocean City.
And high heat impacts how other parts of the country are dealing with this heat wave. Coast TV News Today will be right back.
Come home to Crawl Street Tavern, where everyone's a local. Home to the Crawl Daddy Light Craft Beer. Start your day off right with breakfast classics. Indulge in your favorite pub grub, amazing wings, and killer crab cakes. Live music every weekend. Located on Waikomico Street, just steps away from the Ocean City Boardwalk. Open every day starting at 8 a.m.
Have you ever felt leg pain, restlessness, cramps, tingling, swelling, numbness, itchiness, or coldness? Then you need the new, clinically proven Legzercise Pro, the natural circulation booster that uses continuous automatic leg movement to soothe pain and promote healthy circulation the natural drug-free way.
After using Legzercise for a week, I felt like I wanted to go for a walk again without pain like I used to.
Legzercise Pro's patented walking simulator propulsion technology moves your feet back and forth along its concave track, creating constant movement and flex at both the knee and ankle joints. It's like having a physical therapist right in your own home.
It's helped with the swelling and the pain. The tingling feeling is gone.
Call right now and order your very own Legzercise Pro, the clinically proven automatic leg mover that soothes pain and naturally promotes healthy circulation. Call now.
This summer, Lewis is your go-to destination for live music. Rocking the Docks brings you the best tunes from soulful sounds to classic vibes. There's something for everyone. Plus, enjoy food trucks and explore our vendor market at every show. Don't miss out on beautiful sunsets and great tunes. And don't forget to bring the whole family. Kids 12 and under are free. Rocking the Docks, your summer soundtrack. Tickets on sale now at rockingthedockslewis.com.
Now on Coast TV News.
A cold front headed for Delmarva will kick off a few showers and storms possibly this morning, taking the edge off the excessive heat for a while, then clearing and drier conditions with lower humidity. But there is more heat in store for the week ahead. Details coming up.
Heat is on. We look at the impact that the high temperatures are having on this part of the U.S.
Georgetown reading on weed. We're looking at the next steps in an ordinance on marijuana businesses for the town.
More visits to Maryland's coast. The state's governor set for several events this morning in Ocean City.
This is Coast TV News Today.
June 24th, 2024. Good morning, everybody. I'm Matt Pensick. Good morning, Paige.
Good morning. Thank you all for joining us. I'm Paige Marley.
Yeah, time is 6:30. If you're just joining us, earlier we were talking about our experiences over the weekend on the beach. On Friday, the wind where I was, it was coming in from the east. It made for some decent waves to ride. Been waiting for this.
Okay. I feel like I had the opposite. I was at the beach yesterday.
Yes.
And that was just blowing sand. A lot of sand.
A lot of heat.
My umbrella actually broke. It went backwards.
You got to get a new one?
Snapped.
Just the inside out thing. You got to push it down.
Yeah, it broke though. Yeah, that's okay.
Oh, it did break.
It's a good summer for umbrella businesses because I will be your customer starting this week. So that's good news. We'll bring in First Alert meteorologist Bob Trahey now, though. Bob, I did see a breeze this morning as well, though, on my way in.
It was a warm breeze as we came to work with temperatures into the 80s, and we're still looking at temperatures in the lower 80s all across the area. 81 in Georgetown, 82 in Millsboro. It's dropped a couple degrees since the past couple of hours. 79 in Salisbury, but dew point temperatures, it's that air you can wear. It's so muggy. Anytime we see 70s, that's an indication of high humidity, and feels like temperatures in the mid to upper 80s as we have a southwest breeze. And we've got clouds, we've got a few showers, even looks like a thunderstorm trying to get going across the eastern shore right now near Bucktown. And as a cold front gets closer, I think these showers and storms will be building up a little bit across the area as we're seeing a trough moving through. There's a cold front back to our north and west, and that will push that excessive heat out of here. But as it does, we will see some of those showers and storms this morning, maybe some brief heavy rain as we have these storms rolling through. And then they're out of here later this morning, and then this afternoon will be beautiful. Lower humidity and northwest breeze, and temperatures in the 80s and eventually into the 70s. So your drive cast this morning, I gave it the yellow light for some showers and storms, so watch out for that. Let's hope some of us get a soaking rain, and then warm and dry for this afternoon. Good looking afternoon with lower humidity and temperatures in the 80s.
Thank you, Bob. People on Delmarva are not the only ones suffering from the high heat that we've had. Philadelphia and Washington, D.C. have been on the watch. Nation's capital declared a heat emergency as temperatures there reached 100 degrees for the first time in 8 years. According to the National Weather Service, Philadelphia experienced an excessive heat warning. The area also saw poor air quality, which could only make conditions worse. This morning, 2 men are facing charges after Denmark police say they hurt a 7-year-old child with intellectual disabilities and his mother.
Yeah, but according to police, this happened Saturday around 4:30. State park officials were called to the Cape Henlopen State Park fishing pier. Officers say 22-year-old Philip Hartana of Philadelphia and 22-year-old Nicholas Edwards of Wilmington were in the water playing spike ball, and the child tried to join. And after being told no, the child then splashed Hartana. Police say Hartana then aggressively splashed the child back, but then dunked him underwater for several seconds.
Yeah, witnesses say the child, who had bleeding scratches on his chest, arm, and back, left the water, told his mother about what happened. The mother then confronted Hartana and began to yell at him, and that's when police say Edwards shoved the mother twice. Hartana and Edwards were arrested. They were taken to the Rehoboth Beach Police Department, and both have since been released.
Happening today, Governor Wes Moore is taking a trip to the coast. According to his office, he will first be speaking at the Maryland Police Executives Association Top Cop Breakfast. He then will give the keynote speech at the Maryland Municipal League Summer Conference, and along with that, he will help celebrate a grand opening with a ribbon cutting of the Maryland Municipal League Expo Center. All this happening this morning between 8 and 10.
Also happening tonight, marijuana business ordinance in Georgetown, take 2. After a first reading scheduled at the town council meeting, this one has revisions from the one that was held off earlier this month. In the ordinance that was originally scheduled, businesses could open at 7 a.m. The one expected to be read tonight changes the times of operation. Monday through Friday, businesses can open 9 in the morning to 8 at night. Saturday hours will be 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Recreational marijuana businesses cannot be open on Sundays. Georgetown is one of the few Sussex County communities that has not banned marijuana after its recreational use became law last year in Delaware.
Today marks 2 years since the Supreme Court Dobbs decision effectively overturned Roe v. Wade. The anniversary comes as the High Court considers another potentially monumental abortion case. It could rule any day now on whether a federal law mandating emergency care can override a state ban on that procedure.
And meanwhile, the debate over restrictions and protections continues on the state and federal level. Amy Kiley shows us a look at the abortion battle on this Dobbs anniversary.
Emergencies in pregnancy can happen in a moment.
Today marks 2 years since the Supreme Court overturned the federal right to abortion access.
If I have an emergency, my first call would be my lawyer and my second call would be my doctor.
The Biden campaign says it's holding more than 50 events to rally supporters around the anniversary. The Women's March is calling for strikes in multiple states.
The Dobbs decision ushered in a new era of American politics. It changed for women, but it also changed for democracy.
Others celebrate the High Court ruling.
Roe v. Wade and that decision of it being overturned has given the decision back to the people at the state level, and every state will look different. I think that's appropriate.
This patchwork of state abortion protections and restrictions is the result of the Dobbs ruling.
This is a state that's clear about protecting women and creating equality.
We have women that are suffering, that are driving hundreds of miles for an abortion.
Now, some patients and doctors say the state laws can create confusion, fear, and heartache.
What is often the most devastating time in your life, a complicated pregnancy, and then so much unnecessary suffering added to that because of the strict abortion bans.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
And a ruling from the Supreme Court earlier this month protects what might be the most common kind of abortion in the U.S. It lets the FDA continue its approach of regulating the drug mifepristone.
Days away from the first presidential debate, a behind-the-scene contest is also reaching fever pitch in the Trump camp. Clock is ticking for him to choose between a running mate before the Republican National Convention next month. And as of now, the people we're seeing on their screen are most likely will be Senator J.D. Vance of Ohio, North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum, and Senator Mark Rubio of Florida.
Over the weekend, First Lady Dr. Jill Biden campaigned in the battleground Pennsylvania. She made 2 Women for Biden-Harris campaign stops in the Keystone State. The First Lady highlighted reproductive freedom in light of the anniversary of the Dobbs decision that overturned Roe v. Wade. The campaign has planned dozens of events through Tuesday focused on that anniversary.
More news to get to. Don't go anywhere.
Still coming up, beating the heat, how businesses on Delmarva are throwing shade, not in the way you may think.
Yeah, also, hot times for the Fighting Phils, the efficient way they were able to complete a winning homestand. Stay with us on Coast TV News today.
Middays with April Brilliant. It's a feel-good show on your radio.
April is the easiest way to get through my workday.
She plays my favorite songs.
She helped me find my furry friend.
She's always making me smile.
Listening to April is the best way to get through my workday.
She makes me feel special.
Hey friends, hang out with me weekdays here on Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3 each day from 10 to 3.
Intruders are more likely to target homes with dark zones. Take the bullseye off your house and turn on Bionic Spotlight Extreme 360, the motion-activated home defense light that looks just like a high-tech security camera. It detects even the slightest motion and automatically triggers 6 ultra-bright LED high beams. During the day, it's disguised as a high-tech security camera. It's completely wireless and installs in just seconds. Powered by solar panels, no batteries needed. It adjusts a full 360 degrees. Call or go online and order your Bionic Extreme 360 for just $19.99. But wait, we can also include a second one. Just pay a separate fee. Plus, we'll give you free shipping on your entire order.
To order, call 1-800-316-1548 or go online to buybionic360.com. So call 1-800-316-1548 or go to buybionic360.com.
Weather shapes our lives. At Coast TV, First Alert Weather means we are always at work, ensuring you have the information you need.
We have a strong line that begins to press its way through central portions of Sussex.
Because we know how much weather matters to our coastal community.
Make sure you take cover from these storms.
In sunshine or storms, our promise is to guide, inform, and protect. weather coverage that prioritizes you. Coast TV First Alert Weather. Your safety, our commitment.
Just about 6:40 on this very warm Monday morning. Tomlin Razor Cam, 82 in Lewis, seeing some peaks of blue, but also some dark skies as well. And we are seeing some showers out there, some moving offshore right now, pretty light across Sussex County. In fact, basically out to sea there. But we are seeing a developing thunderstorm into the eastern shore right now near Bucktown, even a lightning bolt there. So that continues to move to the east. And we've had some more showers to the south, and these showers out ahead of a cold front that will be sweeping through, ending our excessive heat. But it's still very warm out there, lower 80s and feeling like mid to upper 80s with the humidity, and it's breezy as well. Eventually those winds will shift to the north and west, but watch out for some showers and storms this morning on the golf course. If you hear the thunder, go indoors. Otherwise, not as hot this afternoon, lower humidity and a high of 87.
So much happening today in Seaford. DelDOT's inviting the public to learn more about a proposed project. It's to replace the bridge on Old Furnace Road over the Nanticoke River. There will be a workshop today at Seaford Middle School for people to learn why the replacements are needed and the potential improvements that could be made. In Georgetown, there will be a closure on Johnson Road. This is between Lawson and Avalon Roads. Beginning today, crews will be working on installing a new crossroad pipe. That work is expected to last until July 5th. And lane closures are also coming to Route 413 in Maryland this week. An oversized house move will be delaying traffic in Wycomico and Somerset counties. Maryland's Department of Transportation is assisting with the move of a house from Salisbury to Crisfield. This takes place overnight into the early morning Tuesday. The move will begin at 10 p.m. It'll wrap up at 6 a.m. They'll be from Beagland Park Drive in Salisbury to Jacksonville Road in Crisfield. And all these temporary closures are to accommodate that house move.
On Sunday, the Phillies put the Raps on a 6-game homestand, attempting to win the second of the 2 series played this past week at the park. It's been a very good series for the Phillies bats, averaging over 6 runs. Rubber game of their setting with Arizona. It was a scoreless game in the second. That is until Nick Castellanos pulls it in the left. Alec Boehm scores from second. 1-0 Phillies. It stayed that way until the 6th, and that is when David Dahl, batting with runners in scoring position, gets the base hit. Bryson Stott scores. Brandon Marsh also in. The Phillies do indeed win the series. They are a National League best 25 games over 500, and they begin a series tonight in Detroit. Orioles, they were swept by the Astros over the weekend. Birds pitching gave up a combined 27 runs in the 3-game series. How about the Nationals here? 2 runs in the 9th to pull out the win over the Rockies. Get this, since June 7th, the Nats are 11-4, and that is the best mark in Major League Baseball during that time. Shorebirds, they lose their first game of the second half of the season. Anderson De Los Santos drove in all 3 of the runs for the Birds, who return home tomorrow night to begin a series with the Lynchburg Hillcats. NASCAR racing this weekend in New England. Christopher Bell takes the checkers for the 3rd time this season. It's a race that was interrupted by rain. The final 70 laps were run on rain tires. And because it's New England, hey, first place prize, you get a big lobster. That's a big thing to get there.
Here's what's coming up today at 4 on Coast Life. Welcoming summer into every aspect of your life, including tea. We have the perfect place to shop your summer flavors. And we have your afternoon pick-me-up. Not coffee, music. With performances from Mallow Hill. All that and more today at 4 on Coast Life.
Cloudy, breezy conditions on the Gutter Helmet Cam right now and threatening skies. It could be getting a little stormy as we go through the morning with the cold front, but that front puts an end to the excessive heat. We get a nice break for a couple of days, then more heat, but no heat waves though. I'll have the forecast details after the break.
We're Coast Country, and we're Delmarva proud.
need to lose weight, but you hate lugging out that big blender for a healthy shake. Hi, Chef Daniel Green here with my Bionic Blade, the new handheld blender that's rechargeable, so you can make a fast, healthy shake anywhere. Designed like this shake bottle you take to the gym, it has the motor and blades built right into the lid. Bionic Blade quickly creates smooth drinks just like the big blenders. But this is portable, so you can make a shake anywhere. Make pina coladas right by poolside. Even grind coffee beans and make a quick, refreshing iced coffee pick-me-up on the go.
Get the Bionic Blade for just $29.99 and we'll even ship it to you free. But wait, order now and get 2 sipping lids, a second large blender container, plus the sports lid. Yours free. You'll get this entire portable blending system for just $29.99. Call or click now.
To order, call 1-800-709-7148 or go to buybionicblade.com. So call 1-800-709-7148 or you can order online at buybionicblade.com.
877-CALL-FIR, FHFIR.com.
Got a plumbing problem that can't wait? Then why would you? At FH Fur, we know how frustrating it is to be stuck waiting for help, which is why we offer same-day service guaranteed. Whether it's a leaky faucet, a clogged drain, a broken pipe, you name it, the expert plumbers at FH Fur are standing by and ready to get you out of hot water, or maybe into some hot water if that's your issue. Same-day service guaranteed, regardless of your plumbing predicament.
877-CALL-FIR, FHFIR.com.
It is 6:46 now. We're going to take a live look at Cambridge, see what's going on there. Some boats out there, maybe enjoying the beautiful sunrise, Bob. But I would imagine the boating forecast similar to golf. Have fun, but look out for rain today.
Keep an eye to the sky page because, you know, when thunder roars, you got to go indoors and be careful boating or golfing this morning. We are seeing some showers and storms popping up across the eastern shore. Right now, Sussex County is quiet, seeing some light showers offshore, but watching this area, south and east of Cambridge near Best Pitch right now, you're seeing some heavier rain and lightning bolts there. So this cell is moving to the east, and these could actually expand as we go through the morning hours as a cold front is coming our way. But that's really the only show in town there. The rest of Delmarva is pretty quiet. It's just mild and, in fact, warm. We have a cold front back to our north and west, and as that pushes in, that's clashing with that very warm, muggy air, and that will trigger some showers and storms this morning. Maybe some beneficial rain. Let's hope so. Behind this front, it's cool high pressure that builds in through the day, so our winds will turn to the northwest, and it'll feel noticeably nicer into the afternoon. But right now, we're in the upper 70s in Salisbury, the rest of us in the lower 80s, but look at these dew point temperatures into the 70s, so that feels like temperature still at this hour into the upper 80s in Georgetown and Millsboro, even along the beaches. It still feels pretty oppressive out there, but once that front comes through, you'll notice a change. 87 the high today, up to 90 on Tuesday, 94 on Wednesday, so we're not done with the heat this week, but we're not looking at an extended heat wave either. 88 by Thursday and back to 82 on Friday. And as far as the humidity, it's up and down. It will be dropping today into the comfortable range, and then it's back into the humid to very humid range Wednesday and Thursday, and then it's dropping back down Friday and then increasing again for the weekend. So here are those storms on Futurecast, maybe not to this extent as far as the coverage, but maybe some heavier rain and vivid lightning with these storms as they move on through, and then they're out of here by noon. Wind shift to the north and west. We'll see temperatures in the 80s at 4:30, maybe lower 80s, maybe falling temperatures, falling humidity. It'll be really nice by this evening with 70s, and then by Tuesday morning, very comfortable. You can turn off the AC for a change. Lower 60s, but pretty warm into the afternoon, 80s to around 90 degrees, and then we move into Wednesday. We'll see a southerly wind, so it will be warmer to start the day, and then 80s to 90s Wednesday, and that's ahead of a cold front that sweeps in Wednesday evening and Wednesday night with some thunderstorms, maybe some beneficial rain at that time. Then that front moves offshore, and then we cool it off again on Thursday. So your Paul Davis 7-day forecast goes like this. Morning storms, 87, and then lower humidity, and a very comfortable morning tomorrow morning. Then it's up to 90 tomorrow afternoon, but comfortable humidity levels, 94 on your Wednesday. Much of the day is dry, and then the storms roll in Wednesday night. Thursday, 88, back to 82 on Friday. That'll be nice. And then by the weekend, looking 50-50, 89 Saturday, mix of sun and clouds, and maybe again some storms by Sunday, back into the 90s, around 92.
Thank you, Bob. Lately, we've had plenty of blue skies with the sun beating down, the weather impacting lots of Local activities on Delmarva with potentially dangerous consequences if you're not careful.
Yeah, Coast TV's Madeline Overturf shows us now how local businesses are keeping their customers and their staff safe.
Lifeguards in Dewey Beach still hit the stands despite sweltering temps, with new precautions such as monitoring sand temperatures.
It's kind of mandatory footwear so we don't end up with blistering and so forth on the sand. It's mandatory umbrella, so every lifeguard stand has to have their umbrella up.
Captain Todd Fritchman says lifeguards take more frequent breaks in the AC. And that's the same protocol at Waves Car Wash in Lewis.
We cycle them in and out into our break room that's air conditioned. Get them about 5-10 minutes every hour just to make sure that they stay nice and cool.
Waves says the heat isn't all bad news.
We'll actually get busier because they'll want us to do it rather than they have to do it.
It's good for business at Lavender Fields in Milton, too.
I mean, if it were like this every day all summer, I think it'd be a bigger issue, but lavender's heat resistant and it loves the sun.
Enjoy the great indoors or get outside safely.
Stay hydrated, stay out of the sun, or stay in the ocean.
For Coast TV News, I'm Madeline Overturf.
Time is now 6:50. We're going to check in with our coastal pet of the day.
And today's coastal pet of the day, two pups trying to see who is the man of the house on your screen right now. That's Asher and Joey. They're in the middle of the battle of the beasts. That's according to their owner. And these two dogs love friendly competition. They were submitted to us by Judy and Lewis.
Thank you, Judy. Don't forget we want to see all of your pets on Delmarva as well. Keep sending us photos and telling us what makes your pet so special.
Scan the QR code at the top of your screen to submit your furry friend to Coast TV News. And then watch weekdays from 5 to 7 a.m. to see all the pets we feature.
Right now we're looking at 80 degrees in Laurel. We're seeing some blue breaks in the overcast skies, but there are some storms across the eastern shore with the cold front. We'll see some storms this morning, but then that front takes the edge off the excessive heat. So we've got 90s this week, but nothing to the degree like we saw this past weekend, and some showers as well. Your 10-day forecast is next.
Welcome to Farmhouse Pet Lodge, your pet's home away from home. Our state-of-the-art secure lodge offers exceptional care for dogs, cats, and other pets. For daycare or boarding with private suites, custom food prep, UV air filtration, centralized disinfection, and 24/7 care. Your pet will be safe, healthy, and happy. Book now and get 10% off your first stay. Ask about our grooming services and tailored training programs. Give your furry friends an amenity-filled vacation at our family-owned, conveniently located Farmhouse Pet Lodge.
What do you do when your tire goes flat and there's no air anywhere? You reach for Bullseye Pro, the smarter, faster, hands-free way to fill it up with air. Bullseye Pro is equipped with a rechargeable lithium-ion power plant. So fast and so convenient. It's like the power of an air compressor in the palm of your hand. Look, you can inflate all 4 tires on a single charge. It has a built-in smart pressure digital sensor that gauges and automatically stops when the set tire pressure is reached. Easily inflate pool toys, exercise balls, and more. Call or go online now and get the complete Bullseye Pro inflation system for the factory direct price of just $79.99. Plus, we'll ship your entire order free, and we'll give you a 50% discount on a second one. Order now.
To order, call 1-800-771-0865. That's 1-800-771-0865, or go to getbullseyepro.com.
Because you know I'm all about that bass, no trouble. Nobody can drag me down.
Sunkissed Summer Mixtape on 102.5 WBOC.
Sponsored by Baths by Spicer Brothers. In our coastal communities, every wave has a tale. Coast TV brings these stories home, from the smallest shell in Ocean City to the lighthouse in Lewis. What happens here matters. Every moment, every detail is a chapter in our shared story. We're your neighbors, your friends, woven into the very sands of our community. Our stories are your stories, reflecting the heart and soul of our coastal life. Coast TV, our community, your news, where every story hits close to home.
Time is now 6:54. It's time for some things you need to know before you go. The heat wave being felt all across the Mid-Atlantic region and Washington, D.C. now operating under a heat emergency as temperatures there reached 100 degrees for the first time in 8 years. According to the National Weather Service, Philadelphia also experiencing an excessive heat warning. That area saw poor air quality, which could only make those conditions worse.
In Georgetown tonight, another first reading scheduled at the town council meeting about marijuana businesses. In the original ordinance, businesses could open at 7 a.m. The one expected to be read tonight changes that time of operation. Monday through Friday, businesses can open at 9 in the morning to 8 at night. Saturday hours will be 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Recreational marijuana businesses cannot be open on Sundays in Georgetown, but Georgetown is one of the few Sussex County communities that has not banned marijuana after its recreational use became law last year in Delaware.
Today, Governor Wes Moore is taking a trip to our coast. According to his office, he will be speaking at the Maryland Police Executives Association Top Cop Breakfast. He will also give the keynote speech at the Maryland Municipal League Summer Conference. And along with that, he will help celebrate a grand opening with the ribbon cutting of the Maryland Municipal League Expo Center. All this is happening this morning between 8 and 10.
Over the weekend, First Lady Jill Biden campaigned in Battleground, Pennsylvania. She made 2 Women for Biden-Harris campaign stops in the Keystone State. First Lady highlighted reproductive freedom in light of today's anniversary of the Dobbs decision that overturned Roe v. Wade. The campaign has planned dozens of events through Tuesday focused on that anniversary.
A face now that only a mother could love.
All right, I've been looking forward to this
Me
one.
too.
Paige, this year's ugliest dog has been chosen.
I'm so excited. We haven't seen it yet, so we're going to show you on your screen. Let's see a close-up look at him. That's Wild Thang, A-N-G. Wild Thang hails from Coos Bay, Oregon, and is finally taking home the trophy after competing for 5 times.
Oh, the annual contest is an opportunity to raise awareness of animal rescue and adoption. I don't think Wild Thing looks that ugly.
He's actually not ugly at all.
Yeah.
He just has frizzy hair, but like I look like that sometimes. It's exactly how I look
I'm
when I
not
wake
going.
up.
I am not touching that.
If I woke up with my tongue out like this, I would look exactly like Wild Thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I'm not commenting on your hair, Paige.
that's okay. He could be uglier is what we're saying. But it is now time for a quick look at your forecast.
Yeah, we're looking to turn down the temperature as Bob continues to track some rain.
Even ugly dogs need some love. You know, if he sticks his tongue in and combs his hair, well, somebody else combs his hair, he should be fine. Hey, we've got a cold front crashing into all this warm air, and we've got storms now popping up near Mardella Springs. Watch for heavier rain there, and those will be moving to the east with time, so those could expand across Delmarva. Watch for brief heavy rain and vivid lightning as this cold front starts to move in as we go through the morning. So we'll see the morning showers, maybe a couple of storms, then the wind shift to the northwest, and the humidity drops. It'll get nice by this afternoon. Paul Davis 10-day forecast, 87 today, 90 on Tuesday, 94 Wednesday, storms later Wednesday, and then cooling down into Friday. Weekend not bad, 89 Saturday, storms Sunday.
Thank you, and thank you all for joining us on Coast TV News today.
And the Today Show is coming up next at 7 a.m.
And we'll be back with Coast TV News midday at 11.
Until then, have a great Monday, everybody.